about some of the main highlights from each chapter, and also lecture from PowerPoint slides. Okay, so I'm providing you with the same PowerPoints that I would give to my face-to-face class, and I'm also trying to give you a summary of what I would generally talk about in class, and also some of the activities that we do in class. So this week you'll see Chapter 2, Heredity and Conception Summary. And when you click on the summary, you'll see Heredity and Conception, Chapter 2. There's information for you to read. And you go down, you'll see in red, it says on your own. Well, here's a practice activity, calculating phenotypes and genotypes. So if I was lecturing, I would stop the class at this point, and we will take out the worksheet, and we will practice calculating genotypes and phenotypes. So you're going to do the same thing on your own. Now, the good thing is that the YouTube video that I gave you, and we just saw a few minutes ago, it does the same thing. It's calculating genotypes and phenotypes. So you want to start off by reading your chapter, looking at your video resources, and then you should be a little bit more ready to do this practice activity. Okay? And if you scroll down, there's a couple of ones you're going to practice, and then you'll see where the Chapter 2 summary continues. So here's a little bit more of my discussion, and you scroll down, and we have another activity. So it's very similar to what I would do in class. Lecture a little bit, do a practice activity, lecture a little bit more, and do a practice activity. So I really want to make sure you guys are understanding the concepts. So for this one, there are 6 questions here that you're going to answer, and you can email classmates, or you can post some questions in the What's Going On form to stimulate some discussion. Or I don't know if you noticed, there's a blog option too for our class, so you might want to start a blog. But you are more than welcome to communicate with your classmates and find out what are some of the responses that they have to the questions. Okay? Alright, so let's go back. Okay, so now we're at the PowerPoint, and I uploaded the PowerPoint slides into a software called Box.net, and this is available to you also to use for free. It's like an internet flash drive. So instead of saving your documents on a flash drive, you can save it in Box.net, and then you can share it with other people. So so far, this has been the easiest way to share my PowerPoint slides with people. So when you click on Box.net, you can choose to preview the slide, which means that you will not download it into your computer. You're just opening the PowerPoint up to look at it. Or you can download. Download is a lot faster. So once you click download, it gives you an option to open it or save it. So we're going to open it. You don't have to save it to your computer if you don't want. And what happens is you're going to get the exact teacher slides the way they come to me. So you'll see down here, these are little teacher notes, okay, that you can ignore, you can read them. But if you want to see a regular PowerPoint slide the way you would see it in class, then you go up to the top, and there's a link up here that says Slideshow. You click Slideshow, and then you want to view it from the beginning, so you can click from beginning. And then all you have to do to change each slide is press the arrow key on your keyboard to the right, and it would move you through each slide. And that way you would get only the slides, and you won't get the teacher notes and comments at the bottom. Okay, the PowerPoint slides are good because of the graphics that kind of helps you explain some of the terms that we're using. Okay, and they also correlate with the exact forms and figures in your textbook. To get out of this slideshow, you just press Escape on your keyboard. That's the ESC key on your keyboard. Okay. All right, and let's go back to our course. So now we're at assignments. So last week I gave you theories report number 1. This week the report is due, so you want to upload theorist report here. You go down to the bottom and it gives you an option to browse. So you click browse and you locate your assignment on your computer or your flash drive. You click that assignment. Okay, and click open, and then you're ready to upload this file. If you need to write any notes, you can click edit at the bottom and input any notes you might have. Okay. Next you will see exam number 1. So exam number 1 will cover chapters 1 and 2. The exam will open on Monday, March 8th, so it should open at 12 a.m. Monday and stay open until 11:55 p.m. on Monday. The exam is worth 30 points and it will be timed for 1 hour. So even though you have 2 attempts, meaning you can open and close the exam 2 times, it's still going to calculate your total time. Now this is where students start to have problems because they will open up the exam the first time, but for some reason they don't close out of the exam. They don't exit the exam the correct way, so their time runs out. And then when they go back into the exam to finish taking the exam, they realize that they don't have enough time. Well, when that happens, there's nothing I can do, and the only thing that the only point you would get would be for any questions that you completed in that first attempt that were correct. So I strongly suggest that you only open up the exam when you are ready to take the exam. Don't open it up and look at it and say, I'm going to go back and finish it later. The second attempt is only because some students do have internet problems, or something, your computer shuts down, or you might really have an emergency and you have to stop taking the exam and go back and finish. That's why I give you a second attempt, but don't try to use it that way. Don't think I have 2 times to come and take the exam. Okay, now for your final, you will only have 1 attempt and 2 hours for the exam, the same way students in class have 1 time to come in, 2 hours to take the exam, and that's it. Okay? Alright. And I know this video is a little bit long, but I want to make sure we're all understanding the process. Okay, now I just put some resources on here for you. It's just a link to an article you can read at about.com, and this is on nature versus nurture. So in class, this is a handout that I usually pass out to my students in class that they add to their notebook. And then this is another one that talks about twins. Okay, sometimes I think when you're reading information outside of your textbook, it just gives you another way of understanding and comprehending a lot of the terms that's used in your textbook. So I try to find some reader-friendly articles, and the YouTube videos are helpful as well. Okay, so that's it for week 4. I know some of you are looking for your grades, and I'm at my desk now with a stack of papers that I now need to go into the class and input your grades. Okay, I haven't mastered grading online yet, so unfortunately I'm still printing a lot of work and grading it, and then going back to input your grades online. So you'll see some points showing up throughout the day. Hopefully I'll finish it tonight. And that's about it for week 4. So if you guys have any questions, go post them in the help questions forum. I'm going to go there now and see if there's any questions I need to answer. You guys have been doing good answering each other's questions, so you've been helping me out a lot. But I will check, and have a good day and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.